When we think of the rarest Disney Cars diecast from Mattel, we often think of the obvious ones, right? Race Damaged Mood Springs, El Matador, Bubba, Mater's Cousins, or the Motorama Girls. And while yes, all of those are extremely rare, sought after, valuable, and expensive, they were still produced in mass at the retail level. And we're talking thousands of units still for all of those. So we need to drill down a little deeper to the micro level for where we want to go for this video. Let's talk about cars Mattel made, but were not available at the retail level. Like Blu-ray exclusive Lightning McQueen. You had to mail in for him. That being said though, there still probably are a couple thousand of him in the hands of fans and collectors. What about the Red Ransburg Lightning McQueen from 2009? Yeah, now we're talking now less than 100 units. And that's kind of where we want to go here because you know what else comes to mind? The Sergio Perez Francesco Bernoulli, apparently one of a kind, only one produced for Senor Perez himself. That's pretty cool. But here's a new contender at the game, a new face on the scene, if you will. The 2021 employee exclusive Lightning McQueen, intended just for Mattel's Vehicles Team in that given year. Now, what's crazy about this is that it did not become public until just a couple months ago. And yeah, that is 2024, late 2024. So let's assume this was probably toward the end of 2021 to celebrate the year as a whole. That's 3 years that this thing stayed hidden. Now, I do have a couple more tidbits on that whole process. I actually learned of this in February of 2023, but obviously couldn't tell anyone. But hey, now it is fully out in the public. Here are a couple images of it in its amazingly just awesome looking package box display. I am not sure who these images belong to, so if you own these, please let me know and I will credit you in the description. But yeah, looks amazing in the package. Unfortunately, I was not able to obtain the display box, but I am not going to say unfortunately ever again in a sentence regarding this car because, hey, I am not on the Mattel's Vehicles team. I am extremely fortunate and lucky to have obtained this Lightning McQueen. Got through a friend, contact China, etc. You know who you are. Thank you so much. You are the absolute best. I am just so blessed to be able to be here today reviewing this car for you so more people can see this great piece that Mattel put together, not only celebrating cars, but Matchbox and Hot Wheels as well. How cool is that? Let's dive into it. That was a 3-minute preamble, which, hey, I'd say that's pretty good considering how rare this Lightning McQueen is and how absolutely scarce. Probably many of you don't even know it existed until this video. But in terms of its exact rarity, there are probably 3 that have kind of circulated, I think. 3 to 4, maybe 5. No more than that. It's not been available for sale on eBay. Still very, very under wraps, under the radar, despite now finally somehow being publicized after, secrecy for 3 years. That's crazy. That's a whole story to dive into and decipher. But let's do what we're best at here on the Mr. Docket channel, and that is review cars. No matter who you are, no matter if it's just a regular peg-warming Jackson Storm at Walmart to the employee-exclusive McQueen Limited to God knows how many. I mean, how big is the Mattel Vehicles team? It probably is like 100, I would guess. Mattel's humongous, right? Probably 100. But what pushes back on that is how long it took for this to leak out. You'd think if there were maybe 100 to 150 of these, someone out there would have leaked it. Because we don't even know that this one here, and I don't even think this one here was given to an employee because it's unspun. It is not fully riveted together. So they would not have boxed this one up and put it in that package to begin with. This is like a prototype, pretty much. So that's another piece to kind of think about, like how many truly are out there, because if there were more with every unit the likelihood of it getting revealed closer to that late 2021 debut rises. But obviously done in a Zamac silver finish here, bare metal almost, but then you get some metallic red, which just looks absolutely incredible. And so you get the Mattel logo there, which just looks gorgeous. God, I am in love with this design. It is so simple, just kind of a, like, especially here on the center, you know, you just have the Mattel logo. Obviously you get into the side here, you have a few more decals, but man, it is a simplistic, elegant design, and it really works for this. Seeing McQueen in this like bare metal raw paint job looks awesome. Obviously, it is the Cars 3 version model of McQueen, with Thailand being the country of origin and not China, because obviously 2021. Thailand started in 2018, late 2018, going into 2019. Or no, yeah, I think so. Yeah, it was 2018 going into 2019. You still do have the Lightning McQueen signature there on the roof edges. And then the 21 number here. Let's take a look at that. So what's interesting is that 21 is in big bold, but you do have 20 / then 21. So they are still trying to emphasize, I guess. I don't know why they put the / in there. I don't fully understand that, but 2021, but emphasis on the 21, right? I mean, maybe they do something like this every year. Does anyone know, like a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox fan, have they done things like this, but using a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox car that is just as rare? I don't know. I'd be very interested to learn of that. You do also have the Pixar Cars logo here on each side. It's not the typical one that you see more times than not. It's a little bit more of the simplified 2D version of it, which is great for this kind of model here. Now the tires, they are real rider rubber tires that you would see on a premium Hot Wheel, which is crazy. And that is why I have a premium Hot Wheel in the back. And I guess it's not premium, it's just a super treasure hunt, so it has the qualities of being premium. That shares almost the exact same wheels. I know the spokes are different, but they are the red line treaded rubber tires there. This is a super treasure hunt that I found. I'm pretty sure this is from 2012. It is one of the, like, about 17, I think, super treasure hunts that I've ever found in a store, which is pretty crazy. I found most of mine way back in the day, though. I've only found a couple over the last couple years. There was one time, and I know this is unrelated, where I found 2 of the exact same super treasure hunts at the same store after I had watched a definitive collector, like someone who knew what he was doing. It was not just a mom or a dad or a kid casually looking through the pegs. Someone who knew what they were doing. Look at the pegs. He walked away. I came away with 2 super treasure hunts. Anyways, getting back to the car here at hand, you do still have the lightning bolt in the background there, although it is heavily subdued, very subtle, kind of a darker red with like a bluish trim around it. Like there is some blue going on here. Yeah, I don't get this 20/21 thing, especially with the 21 being in a very different font than the 20, a font that just kind of looks painted on, whereas this is a big, bold leathering. I don't know. It's interesting. But what I do love is that every decal is metallicized, which is my favorite word that I've made up, because you got the Matchbox logo here and that orange and yellow surrounding it is metallic. That looks so cool and clean. And here you have the silver roof edges. That's pretty awesome. Oh, by the way, it is a plastic base metal body, but it feels heavier than your typical Lightning McQueen, which is interesting. On the spoiler here, you have Mattel in that same font as the 20, and then El Segundo, California. Although that's in black, not super readable. I kind of wish they put that all in white. It's kind of interesting here. I'm pretty sure someone commented, or I heard someone say that they don't like how the Mattel part is not centered. Yeah, because they didn't see that it also says El Segundo, CA for California, which is interesting because, yeah, I mean, it's not super readable. This isn't like... Yeah, some of the parts of this design don't mesh, but I guess it is trying to celebrate and call out a lot of different things at once here. Yeah, hence the back, which probably is the best part. I love the fact that you have all 4 logos here kind of in a nice amalgam. It actually looks really good. This might be, a better, more cohesive design than what we were just looking at. But you got the Mattel there in the center, Hot Wheels, obviously Cars in the middle, and Matchbox. I like that they rotated, because you do have Matchbox right here. So then you put Matchbox on the other side because you have Hot Wheels here, because you have Hot Wheels over here. So yes, of course, here is the Hot Wheels side of McQueen. So an asymmetrical design, but that's so cool. You don't get that often. Just beautiful and absolutely gorgeous McQueen here, no matter how wonky this part is, or I don't fully understand the slash being in there. But yeah, I feel like someone's going to see this video and be like upset, like how on earth did one of those leak out? Like that was not supposed to happen. I'm sorry. Don't worry though, I won't sell it. It literally says on the box, not intended for sale. Yikes. But yeah, very grateful to have this for obvious reasons. Beautiful, absolutely gorgeous Lightning McQueen, pulchritudinous, if you will. No date stamp. Made in Thailand, though. It does have a product code, but I'm pretty sure that is just your regular Lightning McQueen product code. For Rust-eze Lightning McQueen, that is. Obviously, now we have to get into a little bit of a comparison with some of these other special Lightning McQueens, although he really isn't similar to any of them because of how unique his design is with the bare metal and the metallic red. So here you have one of the Pixar Fest McQueens in chrome. You do have the red and the silver, which is why I thought this was a better, more apt comparison than some of these other ones we'll get into, but still not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. But yeah, probably the best comparison we're going to get, even though this is in the Cars 1 model for McQueen. Here is the Cars 3 model, another that kind of combines the colors, the red and the silver here, and is in the Cars 3 mold. You guys got to let me know in the comments below, what is your favorite special version of Lightning McQueen? So all of these, I guess, would apply. This is the racing red version, so I mean, probably the least special out of all these because maybe the Pixar Fest version you can argue, but definitely not the Gold Cruiser McQueen that was only available in the DVD release, but nothing, no similarity whatsoever, just had to bring him out, to show some face. This one's kind of interesting, the Mittelfluggebahn, or however you pronounce it, the German special promotion Lightning McQueen, where you basically get a metallic white walls Lightning McQueen with the bumper stickers and the tar. I remember thinking as a kid back in the day, all the different combinations you could have of all those three, like, oh man, I need a bumper stickers version, but without the white walls, but with the tar, but then I need one without the tar and the white walls, and I need one with just the bumper stickers. Like, literally, you can drive yourself crazy or occupy yourself if you're bored as a kid by thinking of all the combinations that this trio here of facets breeds. But yeah, that was another very special version of McQueen that is quite rare these days, but not too similar to what we're talking about today. Here is your racing, I keep wanting to say racing red Ransburg version of Lightning McQueen, the Cars Team 09 for 2009. So kind of similar in the sense that it was given specially to employees that worked on cars in this instance. Another one of my best pieces in my collection. Here you have a silver Cars 1 Lightning McQueen, I guess. Really wish they did a silver Cars 3 version of McQueen. Tomica really screwed the poo. Oh, no, Tomica did do a silver Cars 3 McQueen. Yeah, I always thought that Mattel was going to do that in 2020 because we knew a silver McQueen was coming, but we didn't know which one. And it ended up being the Cars 1 version. And that was the same year that Tomica did their Cars 3 version of Silver McQueen. They had also done a silver Dynaco Cruiser Ramirez, which is one that Mattel did. So I thought, maybe they were just going to kind of coincide that way. Obviously didn't happen. Here is the 2024 NASCAR version of McQueen, one of my new favorites. So I had to bring him out here, but not a big comparison. Honestly, probably the most non-special McQueen on the table today. And here is the Rust-eze metallic McQueen from that San Diego Comic-Con exclusive 3-pack. That might honestly be a pretty good comparison because there is that bare metal, just decalless McQueen in that 3-pack as well. So that's also something to chew on. But yeah, what the hell, I did not bring it out. So, yeah. Look at pictures online. I did my job by showing you guys this today, I'd say. This is one of my best acquisitions, one of the best pieces now in my collection, and I'm so happy to have been able to make a video about it, share it with you guys, spread the love around so more people can learn about this, because yeah, I really don't think too many people knew of this McQueen's existence, right? Let me know if you did. Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. Let me know in the comments section below. As always, thank you so much for your support. Your guys' support make these things possible. The fact that I can acquire this McQueen, all thanks to you. So really grateful. Thank you. Happy holidays. It's almost time for the 12 days of Christmas. So yeah, prepare yourselves for that. We'll see you then. Bye now.